Hello, good morning class. How is it going? I hope you are fine at home, taking care of your health. Much better you stay at home. Well, let's start with the class today on the web. So interesting class, don't you think? Well, let's start. We were studying in class, in our last classes, we were talking about modal and conditional auxiliary verbs. That's it? Well, so taking into account modal, conditional, and auxiliary verbs, they are, remember, we are going to remind them, can as modal verb, must, and may as another modal verb. So they are the most common. Now, talking about conditionals, would and should. So all of them, they are auxiliary verbs. Not only they are verbs, but also they are auxiliaries. In order to understand how to do questions, how to ask questions, yes, no questions, and WH questions, guys. So let's remind some example using one of them. For example, she can practice English. She can practice English. So now you ask the question. So for asking the questions using modal or auxiliary or conditional auxiliary verbs, you have to use the following structure. At first, you put the auxiliary, then the subject, then the main verb, and the end the complement and the question mark. So the auxiliary could be modal verb or conditional verb, and the main verb is in present tense because of the auxiliary. Now, you take the auxiliary. So for this sentence, our auxiliary is the modal verb. You pass the auxiliary at the first part of the question, can, and then again you write down the subject. The subject in this case is she. So then the structure is requiring you the main verb, and the main verb of our sentence is practice. Can she practice English? And so you got your question. Now you are going to answer, to respond this question in long affirmative way. You got the trick that I taught in class. You rewrite it. She can. Yes, she can practice. And all the complement. And now another trick. You take the short affirmative answer like this. Yes, she can. Now, you ask the negative long answer. You say, no, she can't, because it's different to say can't, like a Barbie's boyfriend. So it's different to say can't, can't. I can't, I can't. So remember the pronunciation about when you say can and when you say can't. No, she can't practice. Another complement, and now another trick that I taught you in class. You take this part, this part is the negative short answer. No, she can't, she can't. No, she can't. Well, this is an example using modal verb. Now, what happens if you put or if you write down a conditional verb? The same. Is the same situation. You apply the same structure, you put the conditional verb at the first part of the question, and you ask the question using at first the auxiliary, the conditional auxiliary. And in all the questions, in all the answers, you are going to answer or respond using the conditional verb that you take for the question. So, in the negative answers, you are going to use the same conditional verb, but in negative way. For example, no, she shouldn't practice English. No, she shouldn't. Like short negative answer. Well, so it's so easy as you can see. We were studying about this in class, but now we are going to learn. I'm gonna teach you about two auxiliaries. First auxiliary and second auxiliary and third auxiliary. Sorry. So talking about the orders auxiliaries, you can find the third conditional, third conditional, and the first conditional. The third conditional in Spanish means si tal cosa. If I go, si yo voy, the meaning in Spanish is si, but in a conditional way. So, will is the first conditional for speaking in future. Yeah? So, for example, if it rains, I'll go home. If it rains, I'll go home. If is in the first part at the beginning of the sentence, and here you can see the first conditional will for the future tense. If it rains, I will go home. Si llueve, yo me voy para la casa. It's so easy. Taking care of the third conditional and the first conditional and the other part that I explained you at the beginning of this video. Because after watching this video, you have to develop a short workshop using that theory that I taught you. Okay, see you guys. Take it easy. See you next class.